Well, hello and officially welcome, family and friends. Yes, Mon and Tai have decided they love each other so much, they wanted to get the government involved.
Monique is my youngest child and the only daughter. And as she grew up, I saw had a lot of challenges, and she was pretty strong and kind of like hard-headed. But I suppose it was my intention for her to grow up strong, because in this world you have to be strong as a woman.
Today, I have the honour of celebrating someone who has meant more to me than words can truly express. My brother Taishen. Growing up, you've always been there for me in ways I can never fully explain. Through every high and every low, you stood beside me quietly, strongly, and without ever asking for anything in return. You believed in me when I doubted myself, and you saw my potential long before I ever could.
Now, first impressions of each other were very strong. Tai found Mon fascinating, smart, mysterious, a little intimidating, and seemingly not all that interested in him, which was unfamiliar territory for Tai, as he'd become rather used to people warming up to him very quickly. Meanwhile, Mon's first impression was a little different, a little nervous around him thanks to Reportgate, but she remembers his smile, his laugh, and wondering why this guy always arrived to work looking like he packed for a 3-day hike.
Now, I remember when I first met Tai. Those of you that know him well, like myself, he can take a bit of time to warm up to people at first. And back then, we were a couple of 21-year-olds working at a hardware store together, and I think for the first month or so working together, we didn't say a word to each other. One day, after a month or so working together, Tai came up to my desk and asked if I wanted to grab lunch together. And from that moment on, we were pretty much inseparable. That's kind of how easy it is for men to make friends. And I had no idea at the time that I was meeting my best friend and all the great memories that we would make together.
I've known her for her whole life, and we've experienced the joy of growing up together, exploring life, making mistakes, gaining an irrational fear of wooden spoons, which, if you're South African, you can relate to that very well. Growing up, I actually had a crippling fear of the dark, as often many children do. And Monique, being the kind little sister she was, would invite me to sleep next to her so she could keep me safe. Imagine that, the older brother being protected by his younger sister. That's the kind of foundation that you can't really make up, you can't break, can't replace. It's there and it's not going anywhere.
The moment they became boyfriend and girlfriend officially was very uncliche also. It involved, I believe, a couple of Kinder surprises in which Mon found a ring inside of. Naturally, she jokingly got down on one knee there and then, asking him to marry her, to which Tai smiled and he had a note that he prepared earlier. Funny you should ask, will you be my girlfriend, said the note. And from that moment on, everything just seemed to fall into place.
Your love, patience, and sacrifices are all things I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Like any siblings, we've had our disagreements, we've argued, and we fought, and we've said things we didn't always mean. But one thing has never changed, our love for each other. You always chose our relationship over your pride, and that's one of the many reasons I admire you. You've always wanted the best for me. Whenever I worked too hard or carried too much on my shoulders, you reminded me to slow down and take care of myself. Not because that you thought I was weak, but because you loved me enough to protect me.
I think the only thing one of the things we definitely agreed upon is the choice of partner, Tai. The first time I met you, I wasn't too sure because I suppose as a dad, you always want to make sure your daughter makes the right decision. But I quickly saw, because Monique is a strong character, and you guys are the same. So that's good. You need a buddy in your life, and I found my buddy in my wife, and I think Monique and yourself, you make a good buddy partnership.
Mon and Tai have discovered that the magic isn't reserved for the big moments. It's found in the everyday ones, in the laughter, the shared jokes, and the simple joy of doing life side by side. They're not just partners, they're genuinely best friends. They're the kind of couple who can turn grocery shopping into an adventure, and who'll catch each other's eye from across a room because they both noticed the exact same thing and are already thinking the exact same joke.
The first thing I want to say is that you're my favourite person I've ever met. The man standing in front of me today is not quite the same man I met 5 years ago, the man who very quickly became my best friend. You're still the same old Tai that we all know and love, but you've grown into an even better version of yourself. Watching you grow over the years has been one of the greatest privileges of my life, and I couldn't be prouder of the person you are.
Something like this.
Monique. A lot of people say they found the person of their dreams, and I wish I could have dreamed this big. The truth is, I didn't know a love like this could exist, and what a miracle it's been to discover it firsthand. Early on, you told me that you'd be my biggest fan and loudest supporter. Not long after, you described my presence as a bridge, sheltering you from the storm and giving you peace, safety, and calm.
When it's
You make me feel like the most beautiful and most special woman every single day. You never fail to make me feel important, and you remind me that nothing is ever too small to matter. You listen to every rant, every worry, and every wild idea, but somehow always manages to bring me back down to earth. You encourage me to grow, to challenge myself, and to always strive to be better.
You've been my constant, my encouragement, and my confidence. Whenever life has felt uncertain, you've reminded me that I can always take the next step. True to your word, you've been my biggest fan and loudest supporter, every step of the way. I love everything about you. Your warmth, your nurturing nature, your ability to make everything full of whimsy, your big, beautiful eyes, and the way that you look at me as if I'm someone worth believing in.
think about you, think about you, think about you, think about it. When will we decide if this is all a lie and there is nothing left to try? We always end up fighting, then apologizing, never gonna be alright. You say it's the last time you'll stay. We're starting all over
You're my sunshine, my safe place, and one of life's greatest gifts. We've been through much more together in a few short years than most people will ever know, and through every challenge we've come out stronger. Today I promise to stand beside you and be your bridge through whatever life brings our way. I promise to choose you every day because you're worth choosing, and loving you will always be my favourite choice to make.
You say it's the last time.
Most of all, I look forward to modelling our love, a healthy and enduring love for our future children. I can't wait to tell them how much their mother achieved, how much she persevered, and just how lucky they are to have her in their lives. Monique, I'm so proud of who you are, and I feel so blessed to be standing here today, marrying not only my biggest fan and loudest supporter, but the woman who showed me that a love like this can really exist.
Mon and Tai, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your beautiful bride.